This is the updated, ultimate guide to all monuments in Rust, from Tier 1 all the way up to Tier 3. I'll show you the locations of all the keycards, how to complete puzzles on these monuments, where to find the best loot, how to connect to CCTV cameras, and a lot of other useful stuff. I've included timestamps in the description below, so you can skip ahead or revisit any monument you need. With that said, let's get to the Tier 0 monuments, starting with Abandoned Cabins. This is the most primitive monument in the game, where you can find 2 normal crates, 2 food or medical crates, some sulfur nodes, and a green keycard. You need to find this yellow 2-story building on the edge and go inside. On the first floor, you will find the first crate. Going up to the second floor, you will see the second crate and a green keycard on the table in the corner, and you'll find 2 more boxes in the other building. The next monument is a lighthouse. You can find 4 and sometimes even 5 crates on this monument, as well as 10 barrels, including oil, yellow and blue barrels, and 1 green keycard. To pick up the green card, you need to go up the stairs to the top, break the door if it's not already broken, and go into the room on the right. In the corner, you will find a table with a green keycard on it. Next, we have the supermarket. If this monument is located in Tier 1 zone, you will find 5 crates, half of which will be basic, and there is only a 5% chance to find a military crate. If this monument is in Tier 2 zone, all the crates will be normal or military. And if this monument is in Tier 3 zone, you will have a 10% chance to find a military crate here, instead of a 5% chance. Also, you will find 3 barrels, 5 food boxes, and 2 vehicle parts inside the supermarket. You can find the green card inside the room on the left on the table, as well as a military or a normal crate, depending on your luck. Next, we have the gas station. This monument is a little bigger than a supermarket, so there are a lot more red spots. If this monument is located in Tier 1 zone, you will find 5 crates, half of which will be basic, and the chance to find a green crate is only 15%. If this monument is in Tier 2 zone, all the crates will be normal or military, and if it's in Tier 3 zone, you will have a 30% chance to find a military crate here. Plus, you can find 2 crates in the cave under the recycler in Tier 1 zone, and 4 crates if it's in Tier 2 or 3 zone. Here's the loot map of the gas station. To pick up the green card, you need to go inside the monument and enter this room. Here you will find a green card lying on the table. Or you can get inside this room by coming in from the back entrance. And the last Tier 0 monument where you can find the green card is a Junkyard. Here you can find 10 normal crates if this monument is in Tier 1 zone, and 5 military crates if it's in a Tier 2 or Tier 3 zone. Also, you can find here 10 normal barrels, at least 2 diesel barrels, and a green keycard. Here's the loot map of the Junkyard. To pick up the green card, you need to get on the bridge in the middle, and then go into the container on top. You will find the green card lying on the table. Now, before we get to the Tier 1 monuments, I have a question for you. Have you ever come across a really strange player and thought they might be cheating? If so, be sure to check out today's sponsor, Rust.who. We've all had that one player on the server who seems way too suspicious. You try to check their Steam profile, but of course it's private. That's where Rust.who comes in. With their detective search, Rust.who can pull up useful player info from multiple different sources, even when a Steam account is private. You can search things like hours, stats, server bounds, and name history, giving you a much clearer picture of who you're dealing with. And the best part? You can also access it from in-game by linking your account, letting you search players without ever having to leave Rust. Go check out Rust.who and use my code STELIC to get 10 free advanced searches. And now, back to the video. Let's get to the Tier 1 monuments, where you can find the blue keycard. Most of these monuments have radiation, except the Ferry Terminal and Harbor, so you'll need some clothing, as well as an electric fuse and a green card to complete the puzzle. The first Tier 1 monument is a Ferry Terminal. It doesn't have radiation, so you don't need any clothes. Here you'll find both blue and green keycards, as well as at least 10 crates, 26 barrels and 1 basic blueprint fragment. Here's the loot map of the Ferry Terminal. you can pause the video to have a better look. To pick up a green card, you need to find the recycler outside, and right across from the recycler, you'll find a green card on a table inside the building. To pick up a blue key card, you need to find this metal shack on the left side of the monument. Go inside it and place a fuse here. Go behind the shack and activate the switch. Next, run to the other side of the monument and find another metal shack on the edge. Swap your green key card and pick up all the loot inside. Next, we have two harbors, a small one and a large one. These monuments also don't have radiation, so you can loot them completely naked. On the small harbor, you can find at least 10 crates, half of which will be military if this monument is located in Tier 2 zone, 30 normal barrels, 10 oil barrels, a blue key card, and one basic blueprint fragment. To pick up a blue card, you need to find an entrance to the subway. Right in front of it, you will see a 2-story building. Go to the first floor, place the fuse here, and turn on the switch. Go to the second floor and open this room with the green card. The blue key card will be on a table to the left, as well as a couple of crates and a blueprint fragment. On the large harbor, you can find at least 11 crates, 35 normal barrels, 10 oil barrels, a blue key card, and one blueprint fragment. To pick up a blue card, you need to find the building with the recycler, turn around and run to this container in the middle. Place the fuse in and turn on the switch on the outside. Next, run into this hangar in front of you. You will see another container on your right. Use a green card to open the door and get your blue key card with some crates and a blueprint fragment. Next, we have a satellite dish, and here you'll need at least 12% radiation protection, because there's some radiation on this monument. Here you can find at least 9 crates, half of which will be military if this monument is located in Tier 3 zone, 15 barrels, a blue key card, one basic blueprint fragment, and a motorbike. To get a blue key card, find this container on the left side of the monument. Go inside, place a fuse here, and turn on the switch at the back. Next, jump to the top and run to the opposite side of the monument. Here you will find a second shack at the bottom. Take a green card and swipe it on the door to get inside this room. Here you will find 2 crates, a blueprint fragment, and a blue key card lying on the table. Next, we have sewer branch. To loot this monument, you need 12% radiation protection. Here you can find at least 18 crates, half of which you can loot without going into the puzzle room. 4 barrels, 2 food or medical crates, a blue key card, and one basic blueprint fragment. To get a blue key card, go inside the building next to the recycler, place a fuse here, and turn on the switch. Go outside and jump into this pipe at the bottom. Turn right and run straight until you hit a door. Use a green card to open it. Behind this door, you will find some loot crates, but you need to run to another room. In the second room, you will find even more crates, a recycler at the bottom, and a blue card with a blueprint fragment lying on the table above. Also, this is the perfect place to safely recycle your components, because it's impossible to hear this recycler from above, and there's also an oil refinery in the corner. Next, we have the dome. Here you can find 11 yellow crates, 3 green crates at the very top, 10 barrels, most of which will be oil barrels, 2 diesel fuel, a motorbike, a blue key card, and 1 basic blueprint fragment. If you have a computer station in your base, you can type these 2 codes to check the bottom and the top of the dome to see if there is any loot or enemies on this monument. To get a blue key card, go inside the metal shack next to the jump up to the dome. Place a fuse here, go outside and turn on the switch. Next, run to the second metal shack next to the fuel tanks and swipe your green card to open the door. Inside, you'll find the blue key card, a blueprint fragment, 2 crates and 2 diesel barrels. And the last Tier 1 monument will be the Radtown. To get the blue card on this monument, you should wear a hazmat suit, because there's high radiation. Here you can find at least 10 crates. Depending on the zone where this monument is spawned, you can get from 2 to 7 military crates, as well as 15 barrels, 12 food boxes, 2 diesel fuels, a blue card, and a basic blueprint fragment. If you have a computer station, you can type these 3 codes to check if there's any loot or enemies on this monument. To get a blue keycard, you need to come to this garage building. On the left side, you will find a fuse box. Place a fuse here and activate the switch. Next, go up the stairs. Go inside this room, and on the right, you will find the keycard room. Just swipe your green card and take the loot from 2 crates, as well as a blue keycard and a blueprint fragment from the table. Now, let's get to the Tier 2 monuments, where you can find red keycard. Just like in the previous case, most of these monuments have radiation, so you'll need some protection, as well as 1 or sometimes 2 electric fuses, a blue card and sometimes a green card to complete the puzzle. And the first and easiest monument where you can pick up a red card is water treatment. There's no radiation here, except in the card room itself. On this monument, you can find 25 crates, 13 barrels, 5 food or medical crates, 3 diesel fuel, a motorbike, a red keycard, and 3 blueprint fragments, as well as a lot of usable entities. To complete the puzzle, the first thing you need to do is run to this building with a gate in the middle. Come to this gate, hold E to open it, go up to the 2nd floor, place a fuse here, and turn on the switch. Also, if you're lucky, there will be 4 crates, a motorbike, and 1 blueprint fragment at the bottom. Next, go outside, turn left, jump down, and run to this building in the corner. Climb up the ladder to the top, and open the door using the blue card. Inside this room, you will find many crates, and a red card with 2 blueprint fragments on the table. There's also a lot of radiation inside, but you can still pick up the keycard even without clothes. The next monument we'll be looking at is the power plant. On this monument, you can find 24 crates, 15 barrels, 4 food or medical crates, 3 diesel fuel, a green keycard, a red keycard, and 3 blueprint fragments, as well as a lot of usable entities. To complete the puzzle, you will need 3 buildings, this one on the right, this one in the middle, and that little shack on the edge. First, run to this building on the edge of the monument and turn on the switch under the stairs. Next, jump down and run to the other end of the monument, to the metal shack I showed you before. Go into the shack, turn on the 2nd switch and activate the timer. Next, run to the main building in the middle. Open the door using the green keycard and turn on another switch on the 1st floor. Pick up the green card and a blueprint fragment on the table along the way. Go up the stairs to the top. Place the fuse here, turn on the last switch and enter this room using the blue card. Climbing even higher, you will find the red card and the blueprint fragments on the table, as well as some crates in the corner. Another monument where you will have to do a lot of running is the Airfield. On this monument, you can find 29 crates, 10 barrels, half of which will be oil barrels, 3 diesel fuel, 5 notes, 3 motorbikes, a red keycard, and 2 blueprint fragments, as well as a lot of usable entities. If you have a computer station, you can type this code to check if there's any loot or enemies on this monument. To pick up a red card here, you'll need a hazmat suit, 2 fuses, a green card, and a blue card. Also, in addition to that, you'll need any weapon, as there are 3 scientists below. To complete the puzzle, first go into the main building through the door on the left, and go into the room in the corner. Place a fuse here and flip the switch. Next, go outside, turn right, and run straight until you reach this brick fence. Go inside and jump into the pipe. Run straight down the pipe until you come to a door and open it using the green card. There will be a scientist waiting for you right outside the door, so be ready for a fight. Along the way, you will find some loot crates, as well as another scientist. Once you get to this section, place the 2nd fuse here. Next, use the blue card to open the door and deal with the last bot. In this room, you will find a lot of crates, as well as a red card and a blueprint fragments lying on the table. Moving on to one of the most difficult Tier 2 monuments, Train Yard. On this monument, you can find 25 crates, 10 of which will be inside the puzzle room, 5 food or medical crates, 4 barrels, 1 motorbike, a red keycard, and 3 blueprint fragments. To complete the puzzle, you need to get into the building opposite the main one and get rid of the 2 scientists. Go into the room on the 2nd floor and turn on the switch. Next, go outside and run to this tower on the other end of the monument. Get rid of another bot, climb the stairs to the very top and activate the 2nd switch. Next, go downstairs and run into the main building in the middle. Here you need to get rid of the last bot, put the fuse here and turn on the last switch. And finally, you can go to the top. To get the first blueprint fragment and some loot, you need to open this room using the green keycard. And to get the rest of the loot, you need to go even higher to the main room and use a blue keycard to open the door. Here you will find a huge number of crates, a red keycard and 2 blueprint fragments lying on the table. And the last tier 2 monument is Arctic Base, which is the most difficult of all, because there are tons of bots. However, there's one upside. To get a red card, you only need a blue keycard, with no fuses or anything else. On this monument, you can find 15 crates, 4 food or fuel crates, 10 barrels, 1 snowmobile, a red keycard, 2 blueprint fragments, and from 8 to 10 scientists. To get the red keycard on this monument, all you need to do is get rid of scientists and find these 2 red containers in the middle. If you open the left container using the blue keycard, you will find the red keycard with blueprint fragments in the far left corner, as well as 4 boxes. If you open the right container, you will find the snowmobile, which you can use to get out of here. Once you find the red card, you'll be able to access tier 3 monuments, such as launch site, military tunnels, underwater labs, small oil rig, large oil rig, and missile silo. To make it simpler for you, I'll make full guides for each of these monuments and leave a link to these videos in the description below, so make sure to check them out. Also, if this video helped you, be sure to hit that like button below and subscribe to the channel, it helps me a lot. And if you want to learn even more about Rust, then I've compiled over 100 tips and tricks for Rust and put them all in this one video. The tips cover everything from the beginner level to high level advanced stuff.